Humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, my master, my guru, and one who's taken me through this journey of life. After having completed the meditation of Gayatri, then we proceeded to do the Karanyas, the Anganyas, and then we did the 24 Purva Mudras. After the 24 Purva Mudras, we recited Gayatri 11 times. So let us now go to the 8 Mudra Mudras. They are Surabhi, Jnana, Chakra, Yoni, Shankha, Pankaja, Nirvana. These 8 mudras, which are done after reciting the Gayatri, are Surabhi, Jnana, Chakra, Cha, Yoni, Shankha, Pankaja, Linga, Nirvana, Mudra cha Tyayaste, Mudra Prakirtita. This path from mortality to immortality to Kaivalya is possible following the 8 Uttara Mudras. Withdrawing all senses, blossoming like a lotus, unaffected by delusion and desire, I attain Nirvana. From a wish for happiness, Surabhi, and wisdom, Jnana, I yearn to know the self. I become free from the cycle of birth and death, Chakra, by going within, opening to realization, Yoni, planted within. The truth, Shankha, resounds. Like the lotus, Pankaja, I blossom, knowing nothing, Lingam, and I reach the final goal, Nirvana. From Keet, insignificance, to Kaivalya, Moksha, liberation, absolute oneness, the final Beatitude. All the 32 mudras reveal the essence of the Vedas. They take one on the journey of Shunya to Shunya, from nothing to nothingness. Surabhi. This mudra represents Kamadhenu, the divine cow, which is a wish-fulfilling cow. Dhenu is one who pours forth nourishing goodness in abundance. So, let us place the 2 palms to face each other, entwine the fingers, and extend the fingers. Rest the hands at the level of the chest. So I move the index finger to touch the opposite middle finger. Similarly, in both the sides of the fingers. Then I move the little finger to touch the ring finger, and all 4 of them form the 4 udders of the cow. For maximum benefit, we keep the thumbs apart, not touching any part of the hand, and pointed towards the heart. It resembles the 4 udders of the cow. The mudra, like the Kamadhenu's celestial wish-fulfilling cow Nandini, not only balances, it also coordinates and restores the balance of all the 5 elements, bringing peace of mind, success, and good health. It symbolizes the divine cow Kamadhenu for milking Jnana, knowledge. It multiplies all the good that I have. The next mudra, Jnana, knowledge, wisdom. Join the thumb and index finger together, keeping the other three fingers straight. The union of the index finger and the thumb creates a close ring, the symbol of infinite. Symbolically, the ring, and the middle fingers represent the three gunas or qualities of nature. Tamas, inertia, is the little finger. Rajas, activity, is the ring finger. And Sattva, luminosity and harmony, is the middle finger. They represent the objective world, which disappears when the emergence is achieved. When Paramatma meets Jivatma, there is realization. The purpose of doing japa in this mudra is to cleanse our samskaras from various births, thereby not needing to be born again. Prakriti is all that can be known, and Purusha is that which knows. Purusha is a witness to creation. Prakriti is creation and encompasses everything that comes before us in the universe. Contained in Prakriti are the three gunas of Sattva, pure essence, Rajas, movement, Tamas, inertia, the universal qualities within existence. The word guna literally means strand or fiber and implies that, like the strands of a rope, the gunas are woven together to form the universe. Philosophically, the theory of the gunas explains what this universe is made of and how it came to manifest itself as mind and matter. Through the interplay of these forces, Prakriti manifests as the universe. Therefore, all that can be known in this world, tangible and intangible, is a manifestation of the gunas in their various forms. The gunas can support or hinder our spiritual endeavor. They reveal, conceal, and stir us up, all for the purpose of drawing us closer to the Purusha, the knower. Chakra, the truth in creation. Everything has a circular rhythm. Time, breath, the orbit of the earth. The circle has no beginning and no ending. It is ever, never ending. The circle represents truth. This circle symbolizes truth. This mudra is also the Sudarshan Chakra, that which destroys untruth. So we place the right palm on the left palm, spreading the fingers apart. Place the right little finger on the thumb of the left hand and the thumb of the right hand on the left little finger, thereby forming the Shri Chakra, symbolizing the union of Purusha and Prakriti. The truth that everything in creation is interconnected. Another alternative is to clasp the left palm with the right palm. The right palm is a divine principle and the left palm is the human principle. So placing of the right hand on the left hand gives me the ability to see God in everyone, in everything, thereby making it possible for the individual to merge with the universal principle. Let me see God in everyone. I am going to use all my knowledge to know the self, which leads to the next mudra, the Trishula Yoni. The Yoni, womb, creation, source, the feminine principle. The Yoni symbolizes the space from which creation emerges, from whence existence emanates. It is the emblem of Shakti, the ultimate feminine energy. The Yoni Mudra is usually practiced by a Shakta or a Shakti Sadhika. And when they bow down to the goddess, instead of doing Namaste, they perform this mudra. Practice of this mudra gives one energy and makes one look radiant and joyful. Let us now bring our palms together. Bring the hands together, palms facing upwards at the little finger. Now place the right ring finger behind the left hand middle finger. Place the left hand ring finger behind the right hand middle finger. Let the index fingers curl round the ring fingers and embrace them. And then let the middle fingers come together at the tips. Place the thumbs on the little fingers. This mudra is done by the sadhakas. They bow down to the goddess instead of doing Namaste. Place it at their forehead and then at the heart. From the spiritual point of view, there is a special reference of this mudra in the Devi Bhagavata. It is used for spiritual and physical well-being. And in the Lalita Sahasranama, it is said one of the names is Om Dasa Mudra Sam Aradhyaya Namaha. And this finger, this mudra, is also known as Om Yoni Mudraya Namaha. The Yoni Mudra symbolizes the womb. The triangle in the mudra symbolizes the womb. See, indicating the wish of the sadhaka to come out of the circle of birth and death by the way of not entering into the mother's womb, thus using this path to reach Brahman. It shows that she is the origin of all beings, and as a mother, she nurtures her creation. Shankha, conch, the eternal sound Om. We draw into the inner temple and listen to God. Encircle the left thumb with the forefingers of the right hand. Extend the fingers of the left hand while touching the right thumbs to the extended left middle finger, so that the two hands form a conch shell. Bring the hand to touch the body at the level of the heart or sternum. I remember having told this to the students who had come at some time for Gram Seva, and they were going to do a Khan Bhajan, and that if they do this mudra placed at the throat at one's throat, one can chant or sing without being tired. So those who have to speak for a long time, or they have any other type of throat problem, it helps tremendously. Pankaja, lotus. Place both the hands in front of your chest so that only the edges of your hands and the pads of your fingers touch each other. This mudra demonstrates the blossoming of the lotus flower, the blossoming of constant integrated awareness. I am Satchit Anandam. I used to place these hands in front of Swami, and I said, fill this with your love so that I can be like the lotus, unaffected by anything else, just being filled with your love in every cell of my body. I am Satchit Anandam. The Linga, the next is Uttara Linga, the formless form of infinitive energy. The Linga means a sign or a symbol. Thus, the Shiva Linga is a symbol of Lord Shiva, a sign that reminds us of omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient Lord, which is the formless, attributeless, and eternal. So, place the back of the fingers back to back. The fingers of the left hand resting against the fingers of the right hand. Cross the little fingers and extend the index fingers. Let them join, pointing away from the body. Place your thumbs on the little fingers. The middle and ring fingers are joined back to back, standing vertical, representing a Shivalinga on its base called Panuvattam. This mudra exhibits the divine Vedic principle of Aham Brahmasmi. Nirvana, the mudra of liberation, state of non-existence. Cross the hands, back of palms touching. Fingers slightly apart. Then interlace and lock the fingers. Lock the fingers. And then twist the hand to bring the index fingers together. Let's do it again. Cross, interlace, lock, twist the hand, and bring the index fingers together to join at the tips. Bring the thumbs together side by side below the index fingers. Place this at chest level. Nirvana means blowing out or extinguishing a lamp or fire. It was the tradition in ancient India to put out domestic fires before one began the journey of renunciation and sannyas. It signified the end of worldly life and the beginning of renunciation, non-seeking, non-striving, extinct of all desires, individuality and attachment. This mudra symbolizes the merger of the Jivatma with Paramatma to attain the eternal state of bliss, or the Jiva Mukta state. Nirvana follows self-realization. I add a prayer here after having done these mudras. Avanam na janami, naiva janami pujanam, visarjanam na janami, kshamasva parameshwari. I pray with all my heart. Bless me and pardon me for any mistakes I may knowingly or unknowingly have committed. Forgive me for my ignorance. I surrender to Gayatri. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Now, the Gayatri has the power to remove obstacles, ward off diseases, protect from dangers, and has the power to save this cycle of birth and death. There is an Upanishadic prayer, which is a dictum, a direction, like the four truths, that Atma is beyond birth and death. And the Gayatri Mudras leads us to Asatoma Sadgamaya, the mantra for Shanti. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. From the transient world of decay, lead me to the everlasting world of bliss. Let the effulgence of thy grace illumine my being with truth. Save me from the cycle of birth and death and destroy the cravings of the mind which produce the seeds of birth. Lead me from untruth to truth. Asatoma Sadgamaya. O Lord, lead me from the false, deluding earthly joys and pleasures to the eternal truth of bliss, Ananda, of the divine within me. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Lead me from darkness to light. O Lord, lead me from the darkness of ignorance, binding me to this perishable body, into the eternal light of the soul within. Lead me from death to immortality. Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. O Lord, lead me from the death to the eternal life, divine of oneness with you, within and all around, forever, and make me immortal. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Swami calls this the Shanti mantra and said, the real meaning of the Shanti mantra is, Om, O Lord, keep me not in the reality, that means of bondage of the phenomenal world, but lead me towards reality of the eternal self. O Lord, keep me not in darkness of ignorance, but lead me towards the light of spiritual knowledge. O Lord, keep me not in the fear of death due to the bondage of mortal world, but lead me towards immortality, gained by the knowledge of the immortal self beyond death. Om, may there be peace, peace and peace. At the three levels, Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika and Adhyatmika. This prayer is asking us to be led from Jagat, which is constantly being built and rebuilt, resolved and dissolved, into the being whose being undergoes no change. When we are led into the light, we become aware of the undying Atma, so we become immortal. And then the prayer, so that all of us can be protected. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, Ma Vidvisha Vahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Since we are one, Om, may we all be protected. May we all be nourished. May we work together with great energy. May our intellect be sharpened. May our studies shine and be effective. Let there be no animosity amongst us. Let there be only peace in me, peace in nature, and peace in the divine forces. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.